Meowington was a very special place. It was a city full of cats. Big cats and small cats lived there. Fluffy cats and sleek cats all called it home. The city was always busy. Cats went to work in tiny cars. They sold fish at the market. They played in the sunny parks. The buildings were shaped like balls of yarn. The streetlights looked like scratching posts. It was a happy and peaceful city. All the cats knew each other. They would say hello with a friendly meow. They always looked out for one another. It was the best city a cat could ever wish for. In this lovely city lived a cat named Whiskers. Whiskers was a simple tabby cat. He had soft brown fur with black stripes. He had a small cozy home near the city centre. Whiskers was very shy. He did not talk much to the other cats. He liked to sit by his window and watch the world go by. He watched the baker cat knead dough with his paws. He saw the postman cat deliver letters. Whiskers was happy with his quiet life. He was just an ordinary cat. Or so everyone thought. No one knew he had a very big secret. Whiskers' secret was truly amazing. He was not just a simple tabby cat. When there was trouble, he could become a superhero. His superhero name was Supercat. As Supercat, he was strong and brave. He could leap over the tallest buildings. He had super sharp claws that could cut through anything. He wore a tiny red cape that fluttered in the wind, but Whiskers kept this secret hidden. He was worried the other cats would think he was strange. So he just lived his normal, quiet life, waiting for a day when he might be needed. He hoped that day would never come, because being a hero sounded very scary. Life in Meowington was always pleasant. The sun shone brightly every morning. The smell of grilled tuna filled the air. Little kittens chased butterflies in the gardens. The mayor, a wise old Persian cat, made sure everything was in order. The city was a perfect little paradise for felines. No one ever expected anything bad to happen. They felt safe and sound in their wonderful city. The cats purred with contentment, completely unaware that their peaceful lives were about to be turned upside down. They had no idea that a great danger was coming their way, a danger that would test their courage. One sunny afternoon, everything changed. A loud clanking sound echoed through the streets. The ground began to shake. The cats stopped what they were doing. They looked around, their ears twitching with worry. What was that terrible noise? It grew louder and louder. A giant shadow fell over the city square. The cats looked up and gasped in fear. A huge robot was standing there. It was made of shiny grey metal. It had big red eyes that glowed menacingly. The robot was taller than the tallest yarnball building in Meowington. It looked very angry and very dangerous. Panic spread through the city like wildfire. Cats started running in every direction. They screamed and hissed in terror. They tried to hide in their homes and under market stalls. The giant robot started to cause chaos. It stomped its huge metal feet, crushing tiny cars. It swung its massive arms, knocking over lampposts shaped like scratching posts. The beautiful city of Meowington was being destroyed. The cats were scared. They had never seen anything so frightening. They did not know what to do. Their happy, peaceful home was turning into a place of fear and destruction. From his window, Whiskers watched the chaos unfold. His heart was pounding in his chest. He saw the fear in the other cat's eyes. He saw his beautiful city being torn apart. He felt a lump of fear in his throat. He was just a small, shy cat. The robot was so big and strong. How could he possibly face it? He wanted to hide under his blanket and wait for it all to be over, but then he saw a little kitten fall down, right in the path of the robot. The kitten was crying for its mother. Whiskers knew he couldn't just stand by and watch. A wave of determination washed over Whiskers. He knew what he had to do. This was why he had his secret powers. He was the only one who could help. Taking a deep breath, he closed his eyes. He thought about all the friendly cats in his city. He thought about the sunny parks and the tasty fish market. He could not let this terrible robot destroy it all. It was time for Whiskers to disappear. It was time for Supercat to appear. He whispered the magic words and felt a warm glow surround him. His small body grew stronger and his shy feelings faded away. In a flash of bright light, Whiskers was gone. In his place stood Supercat. He was wearing his shiny red cape and a brave look on his face. He felt powerful and courageous. He no longer felt like the shy tabby cat who hid from everyone. He was Supercat, the protector of Meowington. He looked at the giant robot, which was still causing so much trouble. He knew he was small, but his heart was full of bravery. He took a running leap and jumped out of his window. His red cape flew behind him as he soared through the air, heading straight for the danger. Supercat landed on a rooftop across from the robot. "Stop this at once!" he shouted in a surprisingly loud voice. The robot turned its big head. Its red eyes focused on the tiny hero. It let out a loud robotic roar and swung a giant metal hand towards Supercat. Supercat was quick. He jumped high into the air, dodging the attack easily. He landed gracefully on the robot's arm and began to run up it. The robot tried to shake him off, but Supercat held on tight with his super strong paws. He had to find a way to stop this machine. He ran all the way up to the robot's head. He could see a mess of colorful wires inside a small panel. "This must be the control center," he thought. He used his super sharp claws to pry open the metal panel. Inside, wires sparked and buzzed. The robot tried to grab him, but Supercat was too nimble. He dodged and weaved, avoiding the clumsy metal fingers. He knew he had to be quick. He looked at all the wires. Which one should he cut? He saw a big red wire that was pulsating with energy. That must be the main power source. With all his might, Supercat sliced through the thick red wire with his claws. There was a loud zap and a shower of sparks. The robot's glowing red eyes flickered and then went dark. Its huge metal body froze. It swayed for a moment and then fell backwards with a tremendous crash, landing harmlessly in the city's large fish pond. A huge splash sent water everywhere, but no one was hurt. Silence fell over Meowington. The scary robot was defeated. Supercat, breathing heavily, stood on the rooftop, looking down at the city he had just saved. Slowly, the cats of Meowington came out of their hiding places. They looked at the fallen robot in the pond. Then they looked up at the small hero standing on the rooftop. A quiet cheer started, and then it grew louder and louder. "Supercat! Supercat!" they chanted. They had never seen such bravery. This tiny cat had saved them all. They waved their paws and meowed with joy and relief. Their city was safe again, all thanks to the courageous little hero in the red cape. They looked at him with admiration and gratitude. Meowington was saved. Supercat flew down from the rooftop and landed in the city square. The cats gathered around him, but they kept a respectful distance. The mayor, the wise old Persian cat, walked forward. "Thank you, Supercat," he said, his voice full of emotion. "You have saved our city and all of us. You are a true hero." Supercat just nodded shyly. He was not used to all this attention. He felt a little overwhelmed, but also very proud. He saw the happy faces of the cats he had protected, and it made his heart feel warm. He knew he had done the right thing. The city threw a huge celebration in his honor. There were parades and feasts of the finest tuna. Every cat in Meowington wanted to thank Supercat. But as the sun began to set, the little hero quietly slipped away. He flew back to his small, cozy home. In another flash of light, he was just Whiskers again, the simple tabby cat. He curled up in his favorite armchair, feeling tired but happy. He looked out the window at the celebrating city. No one knew that their great hero was just a shy cat living in a small house, and that was okay with him. The story of Supercat became a legend in Meowington. It reminded every cat, big and small, that courage is not about size. It is about the strength in your heart. Whiskers learned that even the quietest and shyest person can make a huge difference. True heroism is about facing your fears to help others. And so the city of Meowington lived peacefully once more, always remembering the day a small tabby cat became a giant hero, proving that anyone, no matter how small, has the power to do great things.